boy, I don't know, 6 months longer, maybe a year.
Wasn't that long,
as a
was it?
producer.
She got sick of it quick.
Kira, she also, you were, which team did you make? It was one of the professional hockey teams, right?
Yeah,
You played-
come right over.
I was the Connecticut Whale in the NWHL.
Okay, and she played for Utica College as a goalie for UC, the ladies hockey team. And you're a handler today.
I am back working with the Comets, which I love.
Yeah.
And I'm bringing a Comet.
Colton Saucerman, boy, you created quite a storm when you came in here. And it's
all that damn beard, man.
Without the, you do know that without the beard, I don't know that people go crazy the way they go.
We were just talking about that the other day. We were leaving a restaurant, and we were wondering if people would still recognize me if I shaved. Probably not.
Kind of. I used to have a beard just like that, and they still don't recognize me. I shaved it off years ago. Who is that guy? Do you get offended by when they call you Yukon Cornelius, and if you're familiar with the...
No, it's a perfect representation for sure.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So what's it like? This was your first time in Utica. You're from Colorado Springs.
Yep.
And so what are your thoughts of Utica?
It's been nothing but good things. I think other than being in the hotel for a couple months, that was a hard transition. But
now you're in an apartment now.
Luckily I got to move in with Thatcher Demko getting called up. I was able to move into his place, and with Zach McEwen and Jalen Chatfield. So it's been super nice just to be at home, because I like being in the kitchen and cooking and stuff too. So that was hard.
Oh, you're a cook.
You kind of get sick of eating out and stuff.
Yep.
But no, the city's been great. I've just tried to throw myself into the community, and obviously I love doing the player appearances, and I think that stuff just goes hand in hand with what we do on the ice. Obviously the hockey side of it's been great, and we've been
been a rough Well,
the
problem is you're an AHL team, so that means when the parent club needs, they take, and then injuries on top of that.
It seems like we've been battling the injury bug too, and it's just not on ideal times. But we don't make excuses. We're battling. We're still in the hunt. I know that it's steep odds, but I think that we know what we have in that locker room. And the last few games, I think even our last 10 games, there's been some games in there where we've played well enough to win, and we just haven't gotten the bounces, and but this crazier things have happened. So there's I think we have 8 games left. I think.
You're not mathematically out of it.
No.
And that's important. You're only 4 points back.
Yeah, Belleville's lost 2 in a row now, so it's like we can just string together a couple
just get
good
the
weekends.
losses out. You got the losses out of the way. Now just win. That's all you got.
Can you explain something? So I looked you up on a website, Elite Prospects. It says you're on loan from a team in Idaho. What does that mean, and do you go back there? How does that work?
Yeah, so basically that just means that my contract is just a AA contract. So the contracts only carry weight down. So if I was signed, let's say, with Utica, then I would have to play for Utica's AA team in Kalamazoo. But since I am not affiliated with an American League team or an NHL team, I just signed a AA contract. That gives me flexibility to go anywhere. Because in my thought process was, if I'm not going to get a one-way staying somewhere for a decent amount of money, I'd rather just have the opportunity to go play.
Right.
So it's not necessarily about the money, in my opinion. That's how I viewed trying to attack, making the American League and trying to make my jump is. So I was with Manchester to start the year, LA Kings system, got traded to Boise, and then I just got called up. So the loan is basically just you're a PTO, you're a call up, and when this season is done, whether we make playoffs or if guys come back from Vancouver, they decide to send me back, or the season's over, I would go back to, because the team in Boise still has my rights.
Gotcha. Okay. Because I was going to ask,
how long does that last, by the way?
It's just so those contracts are only
yearly. Okay.
Yeah, 1 year.
I was going to ask, if the Comets didn't make the playoffs, would you be available to sign with another AHL team that maybe had an injury or something that came out? No, you couldn't.
Yeah.
Okay. When you said play kind of wherever you want or travel around anyway, I didn't know how much flexibility was in there.
So when I'm playing, when I was playing in Boise, I could have either accepted the call up here, or if I didn't feel like it was going to be the right situation for me. Like, obviously, I don't normally turn down call ups.
Sure,
like, it's good to, but like some guys that have families or whatever, like their situation might be different. And with my situation, it was just I take everyone I can get, and you never know who's watching. And
so, what are your thoughts on next year? You feel you've made enough, which I think you have made enough of an impression to be brought maybe back here, and maybe it'll be an AHL contract.
Yeah, that'd be. I mean, I've been definitely working towards that, and I would love to be here. If that was, and it's hard too because a lot of stuff's out of their control because it's they take their the orders from Vancouver, and it depends on how the draft goes. If they draft 9 defensemen, then probably not.
There's a need,
but so it's like it's kind of what they need, but obviously I would love to be back, and I figured. Maybe one more year in North America and then go over to Europe.
Okay.
Love to play in Germany, Sweden. Just when you get to see the world on somebody else's dime, kind of thing.
You might as well. You might as well take advantage of that. The response to you was, and again, it goes back to the beard. But I mean, obviously, you're really good, and that plays. That's the real reason. But there's the novelty of it all, and people are all about it. The response to you was huge here.
It was. I didn't really expect it, and because it's funny, it's not like my first year, pro. Like I've kind of been around a little bit, had a stint here and there, and so it was kind of funny that it took that long for it to kind of get to what it ended up being.
Yeah.
But people are like just asking me and. Oh no, I've been around in the America. This isn't my first stop.
Right.
I've been around for 3 years. This is my 3rd year now.
Well, as time goes on, the beard gets bigger and it stands out more. That's what's happening.
Yeah, I was gonna. So, how long have you been growing it? Can we ask you questions about the beard?
Yeah, of course.
All right, how long have you been growing it? Well, we'll start there.
So it's been. Let's see. It's been a year. September will be 2 years. So I had to shave it last year. Go to Toronto Marlies camp. I don't know if you heard the story.
No.
So Lou Lamoriello was in Toronto at the time, and like I got invited to the Marlies camp, and he's like the Yankees, no facial hair, and so I had to shave going to camp.
Oh,
and
Did you have a big one then? You had a big
yeah,
beard
it was
then?
about the same.
Oh. Wow.
And so I was like hurt. I was an emotional wreck. And I had to shave it, and I didn't end up making the team, which just added salt to the wound.
Oh yeah.
And so from October of 2 years ago now, it's been almost 2 years.
Wow.
So,
What products do you use?
so
There's
yeah,
got to be a lot of products,
well,
right?
it's funny because we were talking. My dad called me the other day and was like, "Oh, I got a couple more boxes of companies just sending." Like oils and shampoos and wax and brushes, and so.
Oh, you've been able to try the whole gauntlet of product.
I was telling Keeler about it the other day too. I was like, do I actually go with one company or do I keep riding like this?
I still haven't decided yet, guys.
They're sending you stuff because it's so notable that they want you to use their product.
They're like, give me some feedback, and so like I'll write back like, oh yeah, I love this wax. Like, oh, I didn't like that oil or whatever, and different kind of brushes, and so I was like, do I? Finally go with one.
Keep riding the wave.
Yeah, just like
it's a shame. There used to be a restaurant over by the Tramontaine Cafe called the Bearded Dolphin. It would have been perfect for you. They'd have done lunch for you every day for free.
You'd have been part owner.
Yeah, you'd have been all about it. Holy cow!
All right, one more.
Yes,
I love this beard. You cut this? You shampoo this?
Yeah, there's only one guy in Utica that cuts it though. It's Paulie Diamond.
Yeah, I was going to say Gentleman's Corner.
He's good.
Yeah.
And he's got his own. He gets it. And actually just went overseas to discover techniques when it comes to beard.
Sweden or the Netherlands?
Yeah, something like that. He was over
beard
there.
grooming.
He went to like a beard school over there. And
It was funny when he came back, too. He was mentioning, like, they really didn't do it right over there either. I kind of got it down to he was saying that like his method is better. Yeah. And it's true.
And then anything else? Anybody with anything else? So it's it's been one of those seasons, injuries and everything, and but we're not out of it yet. Things could turn, and wouldn't it be amazing if we ended up just squeaking into the playoffs? That'd be pretty darn cool.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if we can just get on the winning track, and obviously it sucks too because the schedule doesn't get easier. It's not like the last few games are going to be. Oh, these teams are out of the playoffs, or there's just no bad teams in this league, and we're playing Toronto on Friday and Syracuse Saturday, so it's like top two teams in our division, so it's not getting any easier. But that's who you want to play against the best going into the playoffs, hopefully, and we're going to find a way.
I don't want to get personal, but I guess I have to because we know Kira really well, and she was really phenomenal for us. The two of you are romantically involved, would we say?
Yep.
How do you handle it when you say to friends, "Yeah, I'm dating a goalie"?
I mean, my brother was a goalie.
Okay.
One of my best friends is a goalie, so I think I just understand them.
It worked, right? It's a mentality. There's a mentality.
So don't try to do your tricks.
I understand their quirkiness and their weird sides.
Well, that's good. That's very important. Every guy should have that ability, and I'm not sure we all do. So. All right. Well, it's great stuff, and we really appreciate you coming in, Colton and Kira. Thank you. Let's do it again. Hopefully, we're going to be seeing you here next year.
Yeah, I would love that. Thanks for having me, guys.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks.